Okay, so are we good to go?
You are good to go.
Okay, awesome. Well, hey everyone, my name is Sydney Welch. I am an admissions counselor with the University of Central Arkansas, and I'm just gonna give you some basic information, and I'll be sure to give Ms. Post some links as well as physical information as well. So if you ever have any questions, you are more than welcome to reach out. But a little bit about me, I am originally from Louisville, Kentucky, so another large city out of state. And I am a recent graduate from UCA this past spring in 2020. So I did go far away from home just to go to Arkansas, but honestly, I loved my experience there. We have a 15:1 student to faculty ratio, so at UCA, you are guaranteed to know your professors. You are not just a number. We know you, we know your face. That's something that I really loved as a student at UCA personally, is because I really got to know my professors in my program. So much so, if I didn't have coffee one day in class, they would come up to me and they're like, "Are you okay? You weren't as talkative, or you didn't seem like yourself." And I'm like, "There's no coffee in front of me. I'm so sorry." And then we would laugh about it and see them the next day or the next week. So that's just something that I really liked, especially being so far from home, because people really helped make it a home away from home. So something really cool is if you are more outdoorsy, or if you like to do more of the shopping, we have the best of both worlds at UCA. So we are directly in the middle of the state of Arkansas. We're only 30 miles away from Little Rock. So if you are more of the shopping, being in the city life, you can still have that at your fingertips. Just hop in a car with some of your friends, drive over. It's 20 or 30 minutes to drive over. And then you can spend the day in downtown Little Rock. We do have an outlet mall too, so definitely exploring that area, and some really cute coffee shops. But and you can still make it back in time, before it gets dark out, even in the winter when it starts getting dark at 4:30. But as well as the outdoors people, I've not forgotten about you. If you like to go hiking, biking, canoeing, camping, anything like that, one, we have the resources on campus that you can reserve for free. You just have to go to COPA and HYPER. Those are just acronyms. So basically the gym on campus, and the outdoors people, you can just rent it and they'll let you use it for the weekend and bring it back, and it does not charge you one bit. If you're more into the hiking atmosphere, we have so many places nearby. Again, we're centrally located in the state. So you can go, and I know 30 to 45 minutes away, we have Pinnacle Point, and it's just a mountain that you can hike up. It took me maybe 2 hours to do the last time. That does include stopping and just looking at the nature and taking pictures and everything too. But you have so many different resources at your fingertips just to go out and do something fun. So we have all kinds of different colleges that we offer for academic programs. So if you're thinking more business, whether it's business administration, marketing, economics, finance, anything in the realm of business, our College of Business is wonderful. I definitely love that they have so many resources available for our students, and that goes to say for all of our colleges. With business, for example, we have amazing connections with our different companies across Conway, Little Rock, and the surrounding areas. So much so that these companies, the CEOs and the higher ups, will come to our College of Business and they'll ask our professors saying, "Hey, which one of your students needs an internship? Who needs a job? Who do you recommend?" And that's where that 15:1 student to faculty ratio really comes in, because your professors will be able to say, "Hey, I know Sally really well, and she's doing amazing in marketing. She has these amazing ideas that she brings to the classroom. She would be great for an internship at your company." So it really kickstarts that networking opportunity that you'll need in the field of business. Also, there is a hidden gem in the College of Business building, which if you are a lover of coffee, I personally am. If you all know what the show Gilmore Girls is, definitely recommend, but they have a cute coffee shop kind of like Luke's Diner. I didn't know about it for the first year I was at UCA, y'all, and let me just say I was very offended because the coffee is so good. But you can also use your meal plan there. I'm just saying. Definitely 10 out of 10 recommend of the hidden gems around campus. If y'all are thinking more education, like whether you want to be special education, elementary, secondary, anything like that, we have amazing opportunities for our students. The biggest one is that we get all of our students certified in Apple. So we really kickstart a bunch of like technology learning programs. And we did not start this because of the pandemic. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. So when the pandemic hit, our seniors who are about to graduate and find jobs in any school level that they wanted to teach in, they were like, okay, cool, I already know how to use this technology. Great. Now I just need to figure out how to keep their attention via Zoom or just like the teeny tiny little things, whereas they already knew how to work technology. Also, what's really cute about the College of Education is inside the building, all the classrooms are set up just like different classrooms that you would see at the different levels. So if you're wanting to be early childhood or elementary education, those rooms have pictures of like how to count or how to put prefixes and suffixes of words together, little things like that to where it's bright and colorful that you would see in an elementary school. The classrooms where secondary education are not as bright and colorful, but they still have how to break down different concepts like mind mapping, things like that. So you really get that hands-on experience of how to become a teacher and how to make very interactive posters for your classrooms, little things like that. Also, the building is shaped kind of like a roundabout, which we are very well known for in Arkansas, especially in Conway, where we have 27 roundabouts total and counting. We are currently building a couple more right now as we speak, which is pretty unique, I will say. Let's see, we also have our natural sciences and mathematics. So if you're thinking more STEM, if you are wanting to do more research, anything with the hard sciences, we have that available to you as well. You'll spend a lot of time in a student who just graduated and he was doing research on the metals that go into your cell phone and how much they cost and everything and what can we use to make cell phones cheaper. And he found a way to really make cell phones cheaper with a more natural metal than what we currently use. And he took his research to Florida at a conference, pre-COVID-19 and everything, like this was last year. And he went with a couple of professors and was able to present his research to people who do this for a living. So we have those opportunities, like y'all, the amount of networking that we do at UCA is wonderful. And then we have health and behavioral sciences. So if you're wanting to be a nurse, if you want to go into physical therapy, anything in that realm of the sciences, we do like to split it a little bit more evenly. But I know for a fact the nursing program, one is just phenomenal, top notch. But something really cool for you seniors is if you are wanting to go into this college, we are building a brand new building on campus right now, which is the Integrated Health Sciences building. And it will be open in fall 2021, which means your freshman year, you'll be one of the first classes to ever get to use it. We're gonna have more state-of-the-art classrooms. There's going to be bigger and better labs, especially like the simulation labs, which I always hear about from the nursing students. And the simulation labs, think of like a driving test dummy or crash dummy, you know, but more high tech. Basically these, like these simulations, you get to talk to them, take their blood pressure, practice giving them shots, like little things like that. But the one I always hear about is the one that can give birth, because that is one of the rotations and clinicals that you'll be in the NICU and labor and birth part of the hospital. So they made a simulation of one that can give birth. It's very interesting. I've not seen it for myself, so I cannot answer any questions about it, but it is one of the highlights of the program for sure. And then last but not least, we do have our College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. So we combine all of these together in one. So if you're thinking you want to do anything in art, so photography, clay, sketching, painting, theater, music, anything like that, you can find it in here. If you want to go into communications or mass communications, so public relations, English, anything like that, as well as all of what we call the ologies, other than biology, you can find in there. So anthropology, criminology, sociology, all of those are found in the what we call COS, just because it's such a long name, but College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. And again, all of our professors in this college as well have so many connections. For example, I wanted to be a radio broadcaster whenever I grew up one day. And I was able to really network, try to job shadow, find internships, anything like that, because we have so many connections with people around the Conway area, as well as Little Rock and the surrounding, just in general area of Arkansas. If you're wanting to join the honors program, which I definitely recommend, one, it's a great way to meet new people. All the students who are in the honors program, for the most part, will live in Ferris Hall on campus. And we try to get at least all of our freshmen in there first, and then the upperclassmen, so sophomores, juniors, and seniors, because it's a great way to meet not only other freshmen, but other people who are in the honors program. We have a mentorship program built within it, and so you'll be paired with a sophomore. They'll help you, answer all your questions about what is it like, being a freshman here at UCA. What's it like being an honors student? How can I balance being involved and my classwork and everything? So you automatically have that coming in. The application for the honors program closes on January 25th. And I'll be sure to give you all these due dates, all the information for sure, just so you don't have to remember at the top of your head. But yeah, we have 100 majors for our students to be a part of. There's something for you. But we talked a lot about the academic side, so a little bit more about the fun side of campus. At UCA, we want to have you grow and develop as a holistic person. We know you're not going to only be doing classes. We want you to have fun too. This is your home away from home. So we want to give you those opportunities. We have over 200 student clubs and organizations for you to be a part of. I would pick just a couple, not all 200, because you still need to do well in school. But we have so many different clubs and activities for anyone to be part of. And if you're looking at the list and you're like, I'm really into knitting and there's not a knitting club. Honestly, there really could be, but that was just the first thing I thought of. Then all you have to do is just find maybe 9 or 10 other people who also really enjoy knitting. Find someone who works on campus, so a faculty or staff member, to be your advisor, and boom, you have a new club on campus. It's as easy as that, because we want our students to say, hey, I love this one piece of campus so much. This is why UCA became my home away from home. We want to give you that opportunity. We want to give you that autonomy. So for me personally, like I said, I'm 8 hours away from home. And my favorite place on campus is the Hyper. So the Hyper is just our gym, like the typical gym on campus. It's an acronym because we love those. And honestly, I love it not only just because we have options for everyone. There's a cardio room. There's indoor gyms. So we have 3 basketball courts side by side. And you can set up for volleyball too, or basketball, badminton, anything like that. We have an indoor track, which we rotate which way you run every day if you are a runner. I personally am not, but I like to go and just walk around the track every now and then when it's too cold outside. We do have a golf simulator, so if you like to play golf and you don't want to go out on the actual field, we do have this simulation. It's like a big blow-up screen. We do have weight machines and a free weight entire room, so there's so many different things that you can choose from. But the main reason why I love the Hyper is because I love group exercise classes. So we have anything from yoga to insanity. That is actually the name of the class. One of my best friends teaches it. It's basically like a full body workout, but we have cycling, there's step aerobics. We have a hip hop class. My personal favorite is the Zumba class, which is a Latin-based rhythmic dance class. And that is where I met some of my closest friends to this day at UCA, and really just became a place where I got to be me. I just got to go and have fun. I'm not the best dancer ever, but I was able just to laugh at myself, laugh with my friends, and have like an hour just to kind of forget about class and just let all the stress go. We also have a full-time police station on campus, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of campuses can really say that, but our police officers are like certified police officers, where they used to work either for a county or somewhere in the state, and then they came and worked here at UCA. They patrol 24/7. Me being a female, having lived on campus, I felt so safe, and I really got to know the police officers on campus, which was really nice. If I ever didn't want to walk back, if I was like, hey, can I just like have someone walk me back to my apartment on campus or just drive me across campus, then they definitely would. We actually have students who do that now because we noticed like that was just something that students who wanted to major in criminology were wanting that experience, as well as more students just wanted to like meet other students too. And they just drive a golf cart around, which is really cool. We also have a health clinic on campus. It's free in your tuition. So basically, you should just go anytime you need it. We have the counseling center. We have our like doctor's office on campus. We also have a women's clinic, which is really nice. So there's different offices that you can use that you're already paying for. As someone who is terrified of doctors and going to the doctor's office, I only go if I absolutely have to. They made me feel so comfortable because they noticed I was really nervous, and they instantly changed the way that they were talking to me. Like some of the nicest nurses I've ever met. So much so I went one time after Easter and they let me have the rest of their bag of candy because I was such a good patient. I'm just saying, they're really awesome. Now, if anyone likes sports, me personally, I love sports. We are Division I at UCA. So if you want to go and play sports, you can definitely try to go out for the teams. If you're more of like me and you just like to watch games, the games are free. All you need is your bear card, which is your student ID, and you get in for free, and we give you free stuff during the games. So that could be like free t-shirts, free like little like rally towels that you just like wave above your head, sunglasses, necklaces, all kinds of different swag basically. So we're basically paying you to go and be in the student section and to cheer on the Bears, which is awesome. I didn't have a car my first year and a half at UCA. So I loved going to the games with some of my friends because it was just a fun, easy way to spend an evening or spend a whole Saturday, where if they had like a volleyball game in the morning, a soccer game in the afternoon, and a football game that night, it was the best day ever because I just got to go and cheer on the Bears with some of my friends and hang out outside of the classroom. But we have 18 different sports that you can cheer on. So there's something for everyone. All kinds of different sports that you can choose from. Again, they're free. So even if you're like, I don't know, just go try it out for fun. Maybe you'll see one of your classmates out there participating. So I have a little secret for y'all. I can definitely promise you that I can get you in-state tuition, even though we are here in Texas right now. Not a lot of out-of-state schools can say that for their out-of-state students, but there's one way that you all can get in-state tuition and that is if you live on campus. That is the only thing. So going 5 hours away to UCA, you need somewhere to live, right? So why not just live on campus? I lived on campus for 6 years, and I loved my experiences because, especially if you wake up late for class, which I have done multiple times, I'm only human, but it was really nice. I could just throw on a hoodie, throw on a pair of jeans, and then walk across campus really quick, which is so much faster than if you lived off campus. You have to hit, we don't have that many stoplights. We have more roundabouts than anything, but getting stuck in that traffic, finding a place to park, it takes a little bit longer. So all 4 years just living on campus in either a residence hall or an on-campus apartment, we have so many different options for y'all to choose from. For your freshman year, we have 2 options. 3 of you include the honors residence hall. But aside from honors, we have residential colleges and residence halls that are just the first year experience. And in res colleges, you have a professor who lives in the building. They have their own classroom as well, and you go and attend one of their classes that's on your schedule. So it's really nice. You get to wake up. If you still want to be in your pajamas, you're more than welcome to. Go down the hallway, and then you're in class. So it's really nice. And sometimes the professors will do things like in the evenings, whether it's study sessions for like extra credit, hint, hint, wink, wink. Or I know one of the res masters will, he does something with psychology and playing video games. And all of his students will just be down in the front lobby playing video games together. I don't know how it's looking right now for COVID-19 and everything, but in years past, that's what he's done. And it's been a huge hit. So they just do fun things like that with their students because they live there too. So you'll be in a building with people who have similar interests or a similar major to you. We have a building for natural sciences and mathematics, so STEM. We have one for the health and behavioral sciences, one for College of Arts and Humanities and Social Sciences, and one for business. So all those will be available. But if you're like, I really don't want to live with people that have the same major as me, there's nothing wrong with that. That's personally what I did. I decided to live with people who had different majors. And my freshman year, my roommate was a nursing major. My resident assistant was an elementary education major. One of my really good friends was a chemistry major, which really came in handy when I took chemistry later on in college, because I would ask them, hey, if I pay you in Starbucks, can you tutor me? And it always worked out because they got free coffee. I got help in a subject that wasn't my strength. I was more of an English person than a science person. So definitely, like there's something for everyone. It's up to you to know yourself best because frankly, you do know yourself better than what we know you. And we have all kinds of options available. So for admission requirements, we are test optional this year with everything going on. I personally recommend if you have your test scores, go ahead and send them in. We take the ACT and the SAT, we take both. But this will help you later on down the road whenever it's time to schedule your classes. Because if we have test scores on record for you, it'll help our academic advising office really be able to place you in the appropriate course levels that you'll be better off in. But if you have a 3.0 or higher, that is where it is test optional. If you have below a 3.0, then you do need to send in your test scores. Just like a little rule of thumb. In the viewbook link that I'm going to give Ms. Post, it'll have all this information in there as well. For financial aid, FAFSA is open. It opened last week. So go ahead and fill that out. We do have a code for UCA. It's in this viewbook, but you can go ahead and fill out that information and send it directly over to us so we can let you know how much federal money that you can get. Now scholarships. Who likes free money? If y'all raise your hand, you were right on the money. We all love free money, right? So we have 4 academic scholarships that we offer to our students that you can apply for. they range from a 3.0 GPA as the lowest, and it can be weighted or unweighted, up to a 4.0 with community service, also intertwined. In the past, they relied solely on like GPA and test scores and other criteria. We understand because we are test optional, we cannot look at the test scores. So they have revamped how they're doing it this year. But the lowest one, which is the future leaders, that's where you need a 3.0. You get $1,000 for your tuition and then $500 for housing. And then from there, it just goes up. So for the university scholarship, it is a 3.75, but you get $3,500 for your tuition and $1,000 for your housing. The highest one is distinguished, and that's based on your service and your GPA, and you can get up to $6,500 for your tuition and $2,000 for housing. Like, that's the highest one that you can get. All of these applications are due on January 25th, so you still have a little bit of time, but I would recommend just go ahead and work on them. Go ahead and submit them in. That way it's one less thing you have to worry about, especially after Christmas break, because that's when things start to get a little hectic your senior year. So if you go ahead and just knock it out now, it'll make your life so much easier down the road. But that is all that I have prepared for y'all. And I told Ms. Post that if she wanted to, or if y'all wanted, she can give you all my email address. I can go ahead and say it too, but it is swelch, W-E-L-C-H, think of the grape juice, the number 4 at uca.edu. And y'all can just contact me, but she can send it to y'all as well. I will let y'all know we have an event happening this Saturday. So if y'all see this before the end of the day, you can still register for it. It's called Fairfax Day. And you basically get to learn what life is like as a bear. So you'll be able to talk to current students, faculty, staff, all about like academics to clubs and student organizations, learn more about financial aid and housing, all kinds of different offices on campus. So we have that available this Saturday, but we have another one on December 4th. So if you're like, I really want to go to this, but I missed the deadline to register for this Saturday, don't worry. We have another event for you on December 4th. It's also on a Saturday. It is completely virtual because of everything going on right now. So y'all get to stay here, like in your home, and participate that way. We are having on-campus tours though. So if you're like, I really want to see campus, wonderful. You'll be able to just go to Google UCA admission events, and it'll bring you right to the page, and you can register for a tour that way. Now, because y'all are my fellow Texas people, I'll write this out in an email to Ms. Post, but I'll go ahead and say it too. I have a code to make our application free for y'all. So you don't have to pay for anything to apply to UCA. And that code is in all caps, TX, the number 2, UCA 25. So y'all can use that code and you will not have to pay to apply to UCA, because that's like my little gift to y'all, being our fellow Texas people. But that is all that I have prepared. Again, feel free to send me any emails or anything if you have any questions, but I look forward to hearing from y'all in the near future.